There's a word I want to throw out there that I would like you to think about. I want you to contemplate it. I want you to give it some heavy thought. And then after you think about it, I'm going to explain it to you. Okay? Denial. Denial. And I'm going to add another phrase to that. Refusal to accept. Denial and refusal to accept. Let's have a conversation. Like diamonds, I'm watching how you glow. What's up, everybody? It's your boy AJ here, coming through your TV screen, your phone screen, your laptop screen, and beyond. Giving it to you blunt force trauma. Here we go. Denial. Refusal to accept. I brought my handy dandy phone in this episode because there's a paragraph I was reading abruptly before I did this video, and reading the paragraph gave me a perspective that I never once had before. So as I scroll, here it is. So, in the phrase I was reading, the phrase said, learn how to see people and situations for what and who they are. And it was pertaining to a success. And I thought I would immediately come here and have that conversation with you. Sometimes we as people, we end up in denial of our own situations because we don't want to accept that what our scenario is actually our scenario. The people involved, the results we get, the attempts we make, the failures we stack up on. We as a species, we don't like to accept that. And we oftentimes drift into denial. I'm one of those people that I'm not afraid to admit things to myself at all. I'm quite frankly brutally honest with myself. I'm one of the first persons that would admit anything to me before anyone else. That being said, if you're in a space where you can't come to that acceptance, here's my advice. Much like I read it on the phone, you need to learn how to see people and situations for what and who they are. And I'll break that down for you. So if you're in a situation where you're constantly failing and your attempts are not working no matter how much you try, you are physically and mentally incapable of accomplishing what you're aspiring for. First, you have to be able to admit to yourself what your situation is. Probably wasn't meant for you. And that is okay. What we want is not always what's meant for us. That being understood. Seeing people for who they are, when you attempt your goal and you have people around you that pretend they're with you but they're really not. You have people around you that are just there to behind the scenes drag you down. There are people in your life that are there to just fill your world with negative energy. See people for who they are, because you're going to have to eliminate those people from the cycle. In order to get where you need to be, you're going to have to strike those people down. And I mean that in a mentally and emotional way. You have to eliminate those moving parts out of your life to get where you need to be. No, it is not as easy as I say it. It's not. And I'm not going to pretend like it is. But you need to, we as a people, as a species, need to consciously attempt the act of seeing people and situations and scenarios for what they are. Because if you don't, you're going to continue going. You're going to go. And you're not going to realize that you're walking off a cliff. But go, keep going. Don't pay that no mind. Stroll. Keep rolling right off that cliff. And when you fall over and you hit the ground on your way down, you probably hit a couple rocks on the way down. You probably break a couple legs. And when I say a couple, I mean both of them. You probably break your arm on the way down, break your neck. You create some serious injuries on the way down. When you could have simply accepted your reality and admit it to yourself. Why go through all of that? When the simpler option is to just, okay, I see you for who you are. I see this for what it is. Eliminate yourself from the situation. You've just created a better life for yourself. See people and situations for what and who they are. And if you don't have to take my advice, but if you don't, I'll be the one patiently waiting on you to say, gosh darn it, I wish I never did that. That's what I said. I know, but you have those of us out there that learn the hard way, and that is okay. Again, no judgments here at all. But when you find yourself in that space of denial and continuous failure and being dragged down, negative energy after negative energy, person after person tearing you down, pulling you down, getting nowhere, years of failure. At some point it's going to have to click. That may be too late, but at some point it's going to have to click. See people and situations for who and what they are. That would probably be the best thing you ever did for yourself. Probably. Among other things. But you might want to get on that. Because life will throw you some curveballs. The only way you can get around it is if you admit your reality. And if you're in denial, again, no judgments here. We're all human. But at some point, you're going to have to grasp the understanding of seeing people and situations for who and what they are. With that being said, with that being understood, it's your boy AJ, and I'm signing out.